We are going live. Let's do it. All right, there we go. We've got connection everywhere. YouTube, hello. Facebook, hello. And hello to baby Amelia. What do you see, baby? Do you see Mama on the screen? She's having a lot of fun recognizing faces in mirrors lately, and also on screens. We're trying to limit face time or screen time, but it is adorable to watch her reaction when she sees it. Yeah, baby.
I see it.
Here.
You want to hold her?
Yeah, let me.
You got her?
I got her. All right. We thought we'd give her a little bit of screen time today. Yeah. So here she is, and she's got a few minutes before she goes down for her next nap. We're still following the awesome cycle that we learned through taking care of babies. So she's been feeding, and then active time, and then going down for a nap, and then do it all over again all day long. Last night we've been doing really good at night, except last night for some reason she woke up. What time did I get up? Probably around 3:15. And I know, baby. And yeah, then I was up since 3. She just wanted to be held by Mama, and Mama wanted to go back to sleep. But when Mama went back to sleep, Baby was fussy. But Baby did not want to be alone. So Mama's a little tired today. Yeah. Amelia has started mimicking. Oh, there we go. Nope, that's what onesies are for. Mom hack. It's okay. She needs to be changed out of this one anyway. I think she's been wearing it since yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all right. Who are we here to impress? Anyway, so she started mimicking oohs and ahs. I don't know if we'll get her to do it, but we can try. All right. She is kicking. She is trying to move, but she cannot move on her own yet. She cannot walk yet. All right, baby. You're distracted. Hey. Ahoo! Can you do it? Can you do it? What do you see? Do you see you? Ahoo! Oh.
Ahoo!
Do you hear Dad? No, it's not going to happen on video today. Sorry, folks. But it is adorable when she does it, so. I know. Hi, Amy. Thanks for saying hi, and hi, Mom and Dad. And yeah, they never really do it when you want them to, do they? Of course, the times they do it are like when they're like breastfeeding, take a break and just look up at you and go, "Oh!" It's like, okay. Or when you're, putting them down for a nap, put them, down on the mattress in the crib, and then they just look up to you, smile, and go, "Ow!" And like, oh, you're supposed to be sleeping. Anyway, okay. Well, I will. I'll send Amelia with Bert to go down for a nap. Bert, do you want to say hi? Some screen time, FaceTime, family portrait. Okay. So Bert's gonna take Amelia up for a nap. Miss Drool Monster. Got her. Alright, baby.
Ahoo. Ahoo.
No.
Nope.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
I'll try.
Alright, so and people are saying hi to you, Bert.
Oh, hi.
Bert says hi back. Okay, so that was fun. Nice to give her a little check-in on video. Thanks, Bert. So things that's been really exciting is actually her mimicking sounds to us. It's I don't know, like it's not exciting to anybody else except us. And I don't know, like I'm such a proud parent. I don't even know how to contain myself. It's hilarious. So I have been busy. I have 2 weeks left of maternity leave. I kind of fought for an extra few days in there. I guess technically, I have 3 months, but the 3 months would technically be on like a Wednesday. So I'm like, I'll just start the following Monday. I was able to kind of fight for my rights to work from home 3 days a week. I don't have a right to that, but they don't have a maternity room where I work. In Illinois, if you have more than 5 employees, you do need to provide a private room for mothers for pumping. The room that they offered me is a closet, and yes, it is a private room, and yes, I believe it does lock from the inside. I don't know where I would put the pump. Honestly, there is not a surface in there. They said they would clear it out. They said they would make space. Yeah, I kind of fought or pushed back on that. I suggested a different idea. One of my coworkers has an office with a locking door, and she actually works on Mondays and Wednesdays. We have Amelia in daycare on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I said I would come in on Tuesdays and Thursdays if I could use her office for pumping. So we're going to get an answer on that. Well, today's Monday. I was supposed to hear something today, but I know I'm not. Excuse me. Top of mind for everybody at work right now. I know they miss me, but they are busy because I am not there. So anyway, I'll be restarting on a Monday, but I will be working from home that Monday. Honestly, it's not going to be easy. I will take any tips that I can get from people who have their babies at home while they work from home. Excuse me, I don't have my water with me, and I have like a little tickle from the dust, I think, down here. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Maybe it'll get easier, like 2 more weeks. Like maybe the schedule will be getting better with naps and everything. Right now, I am like constantly like in a cycle with her. Like, so even when I get her down for a nap, she might only nap for 20 minutes. And if that's the only time that I have for working, that's impossible. So then that means I need to be working while she's either in her, swing or on her play mat or, doing, something, engaged. Fine, I can set that up too. But again, that's right after feeding. So it's just, I'm going to just have to constantly be like getting up and moving, from feeding to the play to the nap, and putting her down for a nap lately. I'd say if I'm lucky, 50% of the time I can just put her down and walk out. But the other half of the time she will fuss, and I can deal with the fussing. Sometimes she'll put herself to sleep from fussing, and other times it'll escalate into a full out cry. So I have to go back in for the full out cry to, pop the passy back in, or, shush her, or rock her, until she finally falls asleep. And number of naps right now per day, probably 5 naps per day, and then bedtime. That's a lot of time dedicated to putting a kid down for naps. So I don't know when we get down to like 4 naps a day or 3 naps a day. But I know it'll get easier. Things are already a lot easier than they were just a few weeks ago. So, but any tips that you've got from moms who work from home with a baby in home where you're taking care of the baby and working, let me know, because I think Bert and I are really just going to have to get creative with how we take shifts throughout the day for working and taking care of her, which might mean, when I wake up at 4 a.m. to feed her, maybe that's also when I, put her back down to bed, and hopefully she sleeps for 3 more hours. Maybe that's when I start working. Let's see. Dad is saying, I think you may find that the workday gets longer to account for the times you're dealing with Amelia. Yeah, that's, and I figure too, it might even mean I'm doing some of my work on the weekends too. So yeah, and it may just be where Tuesdays and Thursdays I'm like getting it all done. Like those are just my longest days, and she's in daycare, and I just have to take advantage of the Amelia free hours that I have. But yeah, I'm excited to return to work. And when I first came out of the meeting about returning to work, I was sad, to be honest. I was like, I don't want to go back to work. I want to spend all my time with Amelia, seeing all the new things that she does. But I will see the new things that she does. I just might not see it right when she does it. I can't remember who said that. I think it might have been Kelly. who always has great advice for me. I love it. So that's, it's going to be okay. And I've got, her whole life, I'm going to be watching her do new things. So it's okay. I got to spend 3 incredible months, with her now, like all the time. And honestly, today I'm exhausted and I'm like, I kind of wish someone would take her off my hands for a little bit. So, it was Molly that said that, the thing about how I won't see all of her first, but it sounds like something Kelly would say too. Okay. So, I have been like practicing, I guess, like how productive can I be with the baby? How productive can we be, me and Bert be with the baby? And we put that to the test on Sunday with Dad. No, Saturday. Dad came. Mom was supposed to come. Mom was feeling under the weather, so it was a true test. Bert and I had to figure it out while we worked with Dad. And what did we do? You may have noticed the drywall behind me. I think my dad pointed out in the chat. Nope, we didn't do the drywall together. Instead, we had to sister some of the joists above my head. Our house is over 110 years old, and these are probably the original joists in the house. And we were going through, and I was like, some of these just look like they need some reinforcement. So I watched some YouTube videos and figured out how to sister joists, and we got four joists in our basement. I'm looking at them now. 1, 2, 3, 4. There they are. I was looking down at the other end and I'm like, wait, we didn't do that. That doesn't look right. We got 4 of them reinforced, which is awesome. So now we feel a lot better, that our house will not, start to sag or collapse. So yay. Because I got the joists in, then I was able to actually finish putting the cuts onto this drywall so I can pop it up. And now I only have probably there's going to be 2, 3, 4 pieces left. And then all the drywall is all the way around in the basement. And then I'll start mudding, and then I will prime, and then I will paint. And then I really want to throw down a couple rugs just to have it feel a little bit more complete down here. I'll paint the ceiling. Tell me in the chat. Actually, I want to try something. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to do a poll. All right, here it's coming. Black, white. Here it is. Okay, so the question is, should I paint the basement ceiling black or white? Little info about this. I think the clearance down here is a little over 6 feet. And I've seen it both ways. So one of the arguments for black is the ceiling kind of disappears and everything, like all the ductwork and conduit and piping and everything kind of just disappears with it. White, on the other hand, makes it feel brighter. So there's an argument for both. Let me know what your opinion is. Marcus is like, right down the middle. Can you go gray? I don't know. I could. I would go one or the other, though, black or white. I think gray would kind of be like, make up your mind. And, I already have a hard time not making up my mind. Okay, so and Amy's voting on Facebook for white. Bert's saying white walls, black ceiling. I don't want to do white walls. I want to do light walls, but I don't want to do white. And I have a poll. I think someone filled it out. On YouTube, but I see Kelly's vote for black. So right now it looks like I've got 2 votes for black ceiling and 2 votes for white ceiling. Anyway, feel free to keep commenting if you want to. And yeah, I like the input. So that's coming along, and I feel like we probably could crank out the rest of it this weekend, honestly. As far as actually mudding it and doing a proper job with all that so that we can paint it properly. I mean that's obviously a bigger project than words. I'm just looking around down here. It's a lot, guys. It's getting there, but it's a lot. Like if I wanted to make this my office for the next 3 months. Oh yeah, so let me get back on track with going back to work. So I'm able to work from home 3 days a week. And my boss wants me in the office 5 days a week. He wants us there. That's how I'm on the operations team. He argues that we just work better when we're all in the same space. Basically, my boss, the way he works is he likes to just say, hey, can you pop into my office real quick? Or, hey, can you take care of this real quick? Or, hey, can you do that? Whatever. It is not a very systematic or organized or like, let's schedule things environment. I mean, we do schedule some things, but my boss works differently and we kind of all just have to play by his rules. So I pushed back and I got what I wanted, which was 3 months so that I can continue to breastfeed. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I will pump and Amelia will be at daycare and they will feed her bottle. But I will, this way I will majority still be breastfeeding Amelia, which is what I want. And I fought for this till she's at least 6 months old. So to the end of January, I'll be able to do this. So for 3 months, I need to work from home. Now, if you've been watching this channel, you know that my studio used to be upstairs. We turned that into Bert's office. We had a space that we turned into a foster room, and now we have the nursery. So the foster room or the basement are kind of my two options for where I'm going to work for the next 3 months. And I don't know that we should call it the foster room anymore because we're not open for fostering right now. So I guess it's a guest room. So I don't know. That's, and do I want to lug all my stuff upstairs? Like the studio down here, it's been a thing, but I mean, it's not that hard to reset everything upstairs. So it's a conversation Bert and I will have to have, and we'll need to do this fairly quickly. Okay, so we're making these changes to the house. And at the same time, as I go into rooms, and especially like I went into this guest room up on our second floor, and the closet has a lot of blankets in it. And we have a bunch of blankets under our bed. Do you guys have this too? Do you have a ton of blankets you don't use anymore, old sheets, old comforters and stuff? Let me know if you do. And if you don't, let me know what you did with them. And you'll see where I'm going with this. I went down a bit of a rabbit hole because I said to Bert, let's get rid of the blankets we don't need. He was in full agreement. I think we both had the same idea at the same time to do this. So we, the Marie Kondo, type of thing, bring all of the things into one room and then, say, does it bring me joy or not? So we did this. We made 3 piles, as many, professional declutterers on YouTube will tell you, which this is what I've been watching in the middle of the night when I'm feeding Amelia, is videos on how to declutter. You may think it's easy and you can just do it, which you can, but there are really, really good ways to do it out there that people will kind of like give you tips for. So basically the big thing here is to make a keep, get rid of, and then a wait and see pile. It goes way faster with that. So that way when you're like hung up on something like, oh, the memories of this, but I never use it or whatever, you can just put it in the wait and see pile and move on. I love it. I love it. We ended up making 4 piles. One was the giveaway piles was a donate in good condition, and also their rags, their garbage. And the pile was huge, guys. And we even made, like, I guess a 5th pile of flat sheets that we could use as drop cloths. So when we're painting or doing crafts or whatever. And even that pile is huge. Like, we don't need that many drop cloths, but whatever. I'm going to put them in a bin, and it'll be helpful if we ever have to cover furniture when we're doing a project or something like that. It's whatever. But the pile of stuff that is in bad condition or things that wouldn't be used again, like sheets that had holes in them, like fitted sheets, or bed skirts. Like, sorry, no offense if you do, but who uses bed skirts anymore? I'm never going to put a bed skirt on a bed again. I think that's like an old thing. Like, I don't know, is that so 2000s? I don't know. What else? Old pillows. Just blankets that are, like the cat got into them and they're all, have little hooks and stuff like that. Okay, so you can see where this can lead to, a mound of blankets you don't need anymore. And I'm like, well, I don't want to just throw this in the dumpster, especially there's, all the migrants. Do they need things? Back in May, they were taking donations for them, and then they asked us to stop because now they kind of just want new things. So there's Amazon wish list for the migrants that you can donate to. They don't want used stuff, I guess. Goodwill will pretty much take anything, and then it's their problem. But then this is where the rabbit hole came in, guys. I ended up finding out like what happens to those kinds of so not just textiles like old towels and sheets and blankets and pillows, but also clothing. So stuff that doesn't get put out on the shelves. Some of it gets turned, goes through like these giant machines and gets turned into stuffing for mattresses or car seats and stuff like that. But a ton of it goes to India, and it's like a certain town, and it's like even clothes that are like worn once or twice and ends up there because it's not put on a shelf, it's just thrown away. And then from there they either burn it or they put it in the water, like in the sea. Bye. So this rabbit hole led me to, well, what's the best way? And Kelly has a suggestion here. You can donate it to dog shelters. That is one. Yes. Donate it to animal shelters, to homeless shelters. And then I want you to be careful because there are services out there that will say, hey, we'll send you a bag. You fill that bag and it's prepaid shipping and you ship it back to us and we'll take care of it for you. You pay for this service. You'll pay anywhere from $15 a bag to, like a subscription style, like annual, like, hey, clear out your closet, send us your stuff. That stuff, you think you're paying for it to get properly disposed of. No, that all ends up in India too. Not all of it, but like a good chunk of it. It's crazy, guys. Kelly has another great suggestion here, the Buy Nothing group. So if you've got stuff and it's in good shape, put it in a Buy Nothing group so someone can come and just pick it up from you. And then, so mom, textile recycling, just don't know where. So textile recycling, yes. So again, be careful of these ones that say that they are a service that does textile recycling, and it's a service that you pay for. It's what they call it, like it's a green scam or something like that. But there are places where you can bring that, but anything that they can't actually recycle, they do just send it on off to get, I know, and I'm sorry for being such a Debbie Downer. I'm like so distraught about this. It's like just as bad as when I found out like the recycling doesn't actually get recycled. It's so sad. It's all just to make us feel better about using single-use plastics. It's so sad. Anyway, Amy also said yes, those things can be donated to animal shelters. So absolutely. So the thing is here, guys, like it takes work to figure out who will accept it, what will they accept, and then make the time to bring it there and everything, right? Yeah, it's no good. I'm getting the thumbs down from Amy on Facebook. Yeah, it's making me realize I really do need to think twice when I'm about to buy a new set of sheets or a new blanket or a new sweatshirt. Like, what am I going to do with this when I'm done with it? Like, I feel like if we don't start to correct, like, as a whole, everybody, like, if some major change doesn't happen, like, this is all contributing to, like, how wasteful we are as a planet. And at least in America, I know other countries are different. I know that's not what this channel is about, but I'm using this channel as a platform to be like, let me even just get it out there for a few more people to know. Maybe someone will fix it. I heard a story though that like the high school kids are starting to like, next generation. I love this. They are aware of this fast fashion. Okay, I'm trying to summarize this because I rabbit holed this. I like know so much now. The kids now are going to thrift stores and they're buying stuff and using things secondhand. I love it. I used to do this in high school too. And it was like so much fun to go and find weird things that you would have one of a kind because, you're not going over to the, local Target and everyone's buying that t-shirt. And then, yeah, yeah, they love to thrift. Amy said it in the Facebook chat. It's great. And they're talking about how they're making clubs around it and teaching each other how to thrift, because it can be intimidating when you go in there like, how do you do this? Where do you start? And another thing, I've been to one of these, a clothing swap. So you get your friends together, you pick a date. So everyone go through your closets, bring the things that are in good shape that you're not wearing anymore, and then we're just going to swap it. We're just going to put it all out, and you just take what you want from your friends. So I'm there. That's where I'm seriously ready to like make a swap-a-rama with my friends. But I went into Bert's office today and I said, babe, I got an idea. I want to actually rent out a space and start, I'm an event planner, like I know how to host events. I want to make it so that like you can host a private party. Your friends all bring these things to my event space. You give it, my staff sort it for them while they have a cocktail hour, right? They have some food and beverage. And then once, the staff are, after an hour, they'll have it all set up like a cute little shop. And then they just shop from all their friends' stuff and they take it with them. And it's like a whole event experience. And I can charge per head. And I don't know, like it's a cool new thing to do that, I don't know. What do you think of that idea? Do you guys like that idea? I mean, the business model needs a little tweaking, and then anything that's left over from it, I can turn it into like a secondhand shop for people to come and shop on, Saturdays and Sundays. Or I can even sell it on, Poshmark or whatever. Yeah. Kelly's saying she's in. So yeah, I want to do this. And it doesn't even have to be for clothes. Like I could have these parties for, baby things or kid things or, holiday things or home goods. It's like you just set a theme, have everyone go through their house, find the stuff that it's sitting in storage that's in good shape. They just don't know how to get rid of it. Give it to someone else. They'll take it. Anyway, yeah, in my free time, Amy, exactly. So that's the problem, right? And so this is full circle. It's like I've got this great idea. I would seriously love to do it. I can't see it being a long-term business plan. I would love to do it as like a pop-up thing, like that's only for 3 months. And like, hey, you come and please don't steal my business idea. Okay, look, if you like my idea, like let's work together on it, but don't steal this from me. Cause I really think this could work. Like, you invite your 10 or 20 friends to this party and you say, okay, it's $25 a head, let's just say. Cause remember, you're getting food and drink. Or it's just, because it's a service, whatever. $25 for 3 hours of entertainment is totally a great price these days. And you say, hey, look, I'll waive your fee if you host a party too. So then you start booking all these other parties and boom, we just pump them out. And I would have a station where, it's like a stain station. So it could have like Tide pens and, other things. So like if you got a garment and it just has like a little stain on it, that's all it is. Fix it up, go home, it's fixed. Or in a little stitching station. So even if it's missing a button, we'll have some buttons there. Or if it just needs a few things because like a hem is, whatever. Maybe I even have one of the kids from the fashion program at Columbia College come and then maybe they can even do some hemming there or whatever. Or tailoring, How fun would that be? Oh my God. We could have a runway. We'd have fitting rooms. Guys, I have this all in my head. It would be so cool. I'm thinking about doing it. So if I get fired, this is probably what I'm going to do. Oh my God. I didn't know if I was going to share that today, but I'm glad that I did. It felt good to get that out. Anyway, wouldn't it be nice? And wouldn't it be nice if that caught on and that just became a thing then? Like, even if it was a fad for a few years, like that would just keep however many millions of tons of waste out of the, the system for a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it would be enough for companies to say, maybe we need to think more about how we're, producing our goods. Yeah. My dad says, I love watching your mind work. Well, thank you for saying that. I wasn't sure because Dad, sometimes you would go, you went on another one of those rants again. But thanks. I appreciate it. Okay. Oh, I got a couple more votes for the painting the ceiling white. Okay, cool. Thanks for taking my little poll on the YouTube, guys. I'm thinking white too, honestly. I think it would be easier to just keep the walls light. Maybe we should just do everything light. Maybe we just do it all white. We get one of those big spray guns for the paint, and then use all of our drop cloths on the floor and to cover the workbench, and then yeah, just paint everything. Knock it out. That would be the fastest way to do it. All right. So shout out to my dad. Dad, thank you so much. I really enjoyed working with you on the joists. I really feel like my house is more stable now. I think we did a good job. I thought we worked well together and it was fun. So thank you, Dad, for doing that. Mom, I hope you're feeling better. I know you wanted to join us on Sunday or Saturday. And all right, so okay, the last thing so I've been full of ideas lately. The last thing is I've been on a decluttering. I talked about this with the blankets, but I did this in my bathrooms too. So I actually took everything out of our bathrooms and put it all in one room, laid it all out. I probably threw away or filled garbage cans, bags of products that are expired. Probably half of the stuff from the bathrooms I got rid of. And a bunch of it I actually put in bags because they were like full. They were just not products that we would use again. But I can actually donate those to the homeless shelters. I found that while I was looking for where to donate blankets. But they actually take body wash and shampoo and conditioner and stuff like that. So you have those things laying around and you have a homeless shelter, you can do that in the area. I think is it Green 911? Let me see if that's it. Ooh, hold on. I'd love to give you this site because it was actually really helpful when I was going down this. Oh, it's Earth 911. So earth911.com. So if you wanted to find out where you could get rid of things from your house, that's actually a really nice place that'll help you on that journey. So it's earth911.com. I'll put that. Can I put that here? I don't know if this will come through in the chat because it's a website, but I think it might. There it is. Okay. I don't know that I'm actually going to be a I don't know. I feel like I could change my channel to be decluttering and getting rid of things greenly, whatever. Anyway, the bathroom decluttering happened because I think I mentioned that we're working on replacing our showers in 2 of our bathrooms. We're so far away from actually pulling the trigger on that, but we really want to soon. But I said, let me just declutter the bathrooms and see if that helps us kind of like clarify our vision for what we want in the bathroom, what color scheme, whatever, what tile, everything. Man, it feels so good. I have everything back. Everything has a place. I could find anything. You want a Band-Aid, you want whatever it is. You need a chapstick. What flavor? I got you. So if I don't know, like I thought about how fun would it be if I could on a weekly basis be like, all right, for the next 2 weeks we're decluttering this section of our house and here's some tips on where to put your stuff or how to do it. It's not my lane, but I thought about it. How fun would that be? I don't know. So if you ever take inspiring things from my channel, here's one for this week, which is pick a category in your house and declutter it. Whether that's blankets, maybe just do your towels, maybe do the bathroom, whatever. When you're decluttering your house, don't think of decluttering an entire like room because it's too overwhelming. Do it as a section. So if like my mom were to declutter her craft room, she might say, all right, today I'm decluttering just the paper. You get all the paper in the room together and you figure out, does this spark joy? Will I ever use it? Or can I get rid of it? Nice thing about paper is you can recycle that and know that it probably actually will get recycled. Okay, so that's my tip for the day. I don't know, or just have a great week. That's also fine too because we're all really freaking busy, right? Okay, guys, so I'll be back next Monday. It'll be my last week of maternity leave next week. And on Tuesday next week, it's Halloween, and Amelia will be 3 months old. Can you believe it? How the time flies. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to go have some yummy dinner, and I will see you guys next Monday. Have a great week. Bye.